So next, we're going to check out this story called Kickball. And we're going to try again to read that in nice long phrases. So for example, here in this first sentence, it says, kickball is like baseball, but players don't use a bat. I could say something crazy like, kickball is like baseball, but players don't use a bat. Okay? We want to try to get on nice long phrases. So I might say something like, kickball is like baseball, but players don't use a bat. So I have three nice long phrases in here. So why don't you go ahead and read the whole thing out loud once, and I'm going to just record your time. Because each time you're going to get better at reading those phrases more and more. It's actually going to help you read it faster. But you're not trying to read fast, you're just trying to read in longer phrases. All right? Whenever you are ready, sir.
Kickball is like baseball, but players don't use a bat. Players on two teams take turns kicking a ball and running around bases. Players who kick the ball far get around more bases and win the game. Players can use what they know about science to make kickball hard or easy to play. Small, heavy balls can go very far. However, small, heavy balls can be hard to kick. Balls that are long, are big, and don't weigh much can be easy to kick. However, these balls won't go far. The best balls for kickball are not too big and not too hard.
Nice. So that took us 54 seconds. I'm just going to write that down. Now, over here, I noticed that you went back a couple of times. You read something, and then you went back. Why did you do that as a reader?
I think I went too fast.
Okay, and what happened? What happened?
I didn't know words up.
How did you know that you had to go back?
Because it says big, not long.
Okay, so you were doing this really cool thing that readers do, is when you notice a mistake, you went back and fixed it. That's an awesome thing to do as a reader. All right, this time I'm going to read it out loud, and I just want you to follow along. So you're just going to kind of watch and listen, and try and notice the long phrases that I make. Kickball. Kickball is like baseball, but players don't use a bat. Players, uh-oh, don't die either when you're reading it. Players on two teams take turns kicking a ball and running around bases. Players who kick the ball far get around more bases and win the game. Players can use what they know about science to make kickball hard or easy to play. Small, heavy balls can go very far. However, small, heavy balls can be hard to kick. Balls that are big and don't weigh much can be easy to kick. However, these balls won't go far. The best balls for kickball are not too big and not too hard. I had to use your going back strategy there because I messed that word up. All right, this time I want you to read it one more time out loud, and we'll time you again. Are you ready, Chief? Take it away.
Kickball. Kickball is like baseball, but players don't use a bat. Players on two teams take turns kicking a ball and running around bases. Players who kick the ball far get around more bases and win the game. Players can use what they know about science to make kickball hard or easy to play. Small, heavy balls can go far, very far. However, small, heavy balls can be hard to kick. Balls that are big and don't weigh much can be easy to kick. However, these balls won't go after the best balls for kicking. Kickball are not too big and not too hard.
Thanks. That one took us 53 seconds. So we got 1 second faster. We got stuck up here in the middle. So one thing that I noticed that we got stuck up on is in this section where there was lots of commas and periods and it got kind of crazy. So let's mark this up and show the phrases. So here, this is a phrase because it has a comma in there. It's a short thing. It tells us to stop. Small, heavy balls can go very far. So let's just try this one. So we're going to say small, heavy balls can go very far. So we made those into little phrases. However, small heavy balls can be hard to kick. Let's read that one. However, small heavy balls can be hard to kick. Balls that are big and don't weigh much can be easy to kick. Balls that are big and don't weigh much can be easy to kick. Cool. So we're going to try to remember those phrases when we go back there later. All right. I want you to read it one more time in your head. Can you handle that? All right. So in your head. Good. All right. Now we're going to do it one more time out loud. How awesome is that? One other thing I just wanted to talk about this crazy word. Sometimes it bumps you up. So this is that word players. Yeah. Sometimes you get stuck. So let's put some little stars around it and just be like, yeah, brain, that word means players. We've got that in here a bunch of times. Players, 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 players. All right. Are you ready, sir? This is for all the marbles, so you want those nice long phrases, nice and smooth. Whenever you're ready, no pressure.
Kickball. Kickball is like baseball, but players don't use a bat. Players on two teams take turns kicking a ball and running around bases. Players who kick the ball far get around more bases and win the game. Players can use what they know about science to make kickball hard or easy to play. Small, heavy balls can go very far. However, small, heavy ball can be hard to kick. Balls that are big and don't weigh much can be easy to kick. However, these balls won't go far. The best balls to kick for kickball are not too big and not too hard.
What does that say? You see that number? How long did it take? 47 seconds, yeah. So you made that go a lot faster because you were reading in longer phrases and it made it much smoother, which is super awesome. So how does science help you play kickball?
What ball is better to play with you? Kickball.
And what ball is better to play kickball with?
Well, it's not big or not hard.
Yeah, it's kind of like Goldilocks, right? She's got the ball that's just right. All right, the next thing we're going to do is read a poem. But we're going to stop right now, and then maybe we can cut that part out.